Good day, everyone. Today I'll be reporting on the first principle of writing for radio, which is to write for the ear as well as for the eye. First, let's talk about writing for the ear. Writing for the ear means crafting a script in a conversational tone. According to Eric Olson, your script should feel like a quote, well-ironed conversation. This is because listeners don't have the luxury of rereading or pausing to process information. Next, we have writing for the eye. This applies when creating materials for reading, like articles or online content. Readers can take up their time, revisit sentences, and look up complex words. Here's where it all comes together. Writing for both the ear and eye. Your script must sound conversational, flow well, and easy to pronounce. At the same time, it should be visually clear and readable for your production team. Think of it as a bridge between the reader and the listener. Craft scripts that are easy to say, easy to read, and easy to listen to. Let's talk about the steps you can write for both the ear and the eye. First, use short, simple words that are easy to understand. For example, instead of saying melancholy, say sad. Instead of colossal, say big. Instead of elated, say happy. Listeners will grasp these words faster, making your message more effective. Avoid jargon or complex terms unless it's absolutely necessary. Keep it simple and relatable. Next is to avoid numbers or statistics. Numbers are difficult to remember when heard over the radio. You must simplify numbers when they are necessary. For example, my car has already clocked in nearly 100,000 kilometers. It sounds more simple, right? Instead of saying the exact number of kilometers that your car has already clocked in. Next is to add hyphens. When writing scripts, use hyphens to make long or tricky words easier to read. For example, write agitated instead of re-agitated. Hyphens help readers break words down into manageable chunks, reducing the risk of misreading or stumbling during a broadcast. Next is to avoid phrase repetition. Repetition in scripts can confuse voice talents and lead to skipped lines. For instance, instead of repeating the same phrase like, writing for the ear is important, writing for the ear improves communication. You can vary your sentence into something like this. Writing for the ear is vital. It ensures your message is clear and engaging. This keeps your script dynamic and avoids monotony. Next is you have to be conscious of sound clashes. First, you must avoid alliterations. Do not repeat the initial sound of nearby words or syllables. Next is to avoid sibilants, or words with s, z, ch, j, and z sounds. Sound clashes can distract your audience, so opt for smoother, more balanced word choices. Next is to punctuate for sounds. This is your secret weapon for guiding tone and meaning. For example, a sentence ending with a question mark should prompt a questioning tone, or a sentence ending with an exclamation mark should prompt a surprised tone. Using punctuation strategically to help voice talents deliver your message with the right emotion and emphasis. Here's a lifesaver. Providing a pronunciation guide. This will prevent the reader from mispronouncing words, names of persons, places, or things. If your script includes these tricky names or terms, add the guide in parentheses. For instance, you can write Chipotle with the pronunciation as stated in the slide here. Now to wrap things up, I want you to answer these guide questions. First, which of these steps is often overlooked in radio production and why? Next is, should scripts be checked for proper pronunciation of names? Why or why not? You can answer these in the discussion forum below. So here are the references that I used, which you can check out as well. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening.